Hey guys, what's up? So, welcome back to another Java episode. This is gonna be the last Java episode. So yeah, it looks kind of confusing, but we'll learn it. And by the way, later on, like probably in 5 months, I'm not gonna be recording for a long time because I'm gonna be doing Codecademy Pro, and the reason why I'm not gonna be uploading for the whole month or so, is because I'm not going to waste my time exporting. So, yeah. And this is still uploading. So anyway, let's get started. In the previous lesson, you learned a few of the object-oriented programming concepts used in Java: classes, objects, methods, and inheritance. In this lesson, you will learn how to use some of the classes and methods built into Java to write programs to create, manipulate, and store information in data structures. Take a look at the code in the editor below. You'll learn how to use them to create, store, and manipulate data in data structures. Click Run to run the code. And okay, looks pretty confusing. When you provide a set of instructions in a method, you might find that a common task is to manipulate an entire set of data. Java conveniently provides control statements to run a task repeatedly. The control statement we will explore is called the for loop. The for loop repeatedly runs a block of code until a specific condition is met. The example below shows how a for loop is used. The statements within the parentheses of for loop compose the following parts. Initialization. The int variable named counter is initialized to the value of 0 before the loop is run. Number 2, test condition. The Boolean expression counter is less than 5 is a conditional statement that is evaluated before the code inside the control statement is run every loop. If the expression return evaluates to true, the code in the block will run. Otherwise, if the expression evaluates to false, the for loop will stop running. Increment. Each time the loop completes, the increment statement is run. The statement counter ++ increases the value of counter by 1 after each loop. In the example above, the for loop initially executes the block of sample code above because the initial value of counter is less than 5, which passes the test condition. The value of counter is then incremented by 1 in the increment. The code block will execute again because counter is still less than 5. This cycle will continue until counter is no longer less than 5. Please note that similar to the if-then statement, no semicolon is necessary. So for the for loop, we need 3 statements. So it's gonna be int water level is equivalent to 0. Water. So this will run 7 times, and water ++, and that should happen 7 times. What the? Oh. Okay. Wow, I missed that. Yeah. Fantastic. For loops will be useful when reading and manipulating Java data structures. Let's talk about a few data structures that are built into Java. The first data structure we will explore is called the Arraylist. Yeah. The Arraylist stores a list of data of a specified type. Let's go through an example of how to create or declare an Arraylist of type integer. Arraylist is a predefined Java class. To use it, we must first create an Arraylist object. In the example above, we create in the example above, we created an array list called quiz grades that was stored data types belonging to the integer class, whole numbers. Now, inside the main method, create an array list. Array list of integer that has integer. Okay, good. Call weekly temper. That was weekly. Why did I? Temperatures. That will store integer data types. So I'm instead of the main method, create an array list object called that will store. Okay, new array list integer. Run, and you created an array list in the last exercise to store temperature data, but it does not contain any values yet. Let's add some values of type integer to the array list one by one like this. So array is a list. In the example above, we call the add method on quiz grades. The add method adds integers to the array list. The values 95, 87, and 83 are added to the list. Add some temperatures, okay. So yeah. Weekly temperatures dot add. So there's gonna be 4. No, I want to select the whole thing. Copy. The first one is 78. What? Okay, I'm guessing that's correct because that's checked. 67. Yeah, there's nothing wrong. 89. 94. Okay. Perfect. Great. Now let's start accessing the temperatures that our array list stores. We can access the elements of weekly temperatures by using an element's index or position in the list. An element's index refers to its location within an array list. Array lists in Java are zero index, which means that the first element in an array list is at a position of 0. Here's an example of accessing the element in the first position of the list. So it's 95, and then quiz grades dot get 0. The example above will print out the value of 95. The index of the element containing the value 95 is at position 0 in the array list. We get the value by providing its index to the get method. So use the get method to print out system.out.print line and use the get method. So I'm gonna do weekly temperatures dot get 0. Lowest temperature so no, that's 1. So it's like 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. So 1, run. Next, you can also insert new elements into an array list. So, to insert new elements into an array list, we can use a slightly different version of the add method that you previously used. So quizgrades.add 0, 100. The example above will print out the grade 100. The add method will insert the grade 100 at the first position, 0 into this list because it's 0 like right here. Since it inserts a new element into the beginning of the array list, all other element indices will be shifted one position higher. The grade 95 is now at index 1. Insert a new temperature of 111. Who added these? So a new temperature. So it's weekly temperatures dot add. Wait, it's that right? Yeah. 2 and 1. On the next line, use the get method. Print line. Oh yay, it's uploaded. To get, so weekly temperatures dot get 89. So 0 1 2. So that's gonna be 3, and it should say 89 there. Earlier in this lesson, we learned about the for loop. Since we've already learned how to retrieve the value at a specific index of an array list, we can now access each of the elements. In the example above, the for loop above includes the following statements. Initialization, variable 1 I is set to 0, first index of the array list. Test condition, I is less than the size of quiz grades. Increment, the code in this block will execute after. Sorry. I'm pretty sure you already know this. The size method returns an integer that represents the size method returns an integer that represents how many total elements there are in quiz grades. Okay, the example will print out each element with quiz grades in order. The process of going through each element in the array list is called iteration. Instead of a for loop, so we have to create a for loop. Print out the elements of the weekly temperatures. So yeah, so we're gonna use int j equals 0. J is less than what was it? Weekly temperatures dot size. And then J plus plus. Okay, so we have to use the get method. So system.out.println. So weekly temperatures dot get and J. So whatever this value J, like, since it increases by 1, it's like 0, 1, then run, then it should say 78, 67, 111, 89, 94. Since most for loops are very similar, Java provides a shortcut to reduce the amount of code required to write the loop called the for each loop. Here's an example of the concise for each loop. Okay, that's new. In the example above, the colon can be read as in, and the for each loop also can be read as for each integer element called grade. In quiz grades, print out the value of grade. Okay, the loop will print out the value of each integer element in quiz grades. Okay, so no, the for each loop does not require a counter. Okay, the current block of code, so we need to do integer. So it creates for each integer element called grade. And so this is for every integer element called temperature. Really? Okay. Temperature in weekly temperatures. Okay, run, and then it should say, I'm guessing, yeah. Just prints out everything. Great, another useful built-in data structure in Java is the Hashmap. Hey guys, what's up? What? I don't know why I'm saying that. Sorry, I had a break, and I stopped the recording. I thought I was uploading a new video. Oh, why did I say that? Great, another useful built-in. Okay, but data structure in Java is the Hashmap. Although the name of the data structure might not make sense to you immediately, think of it as a real-life dictionary. A dictionary contains a set of words and a definition for each word. I'm pretty sure everybody knows that here. A hash map contains a set of keys and a value for each key. If we look up a word in a dictionary, we can get the definition. If you provide a hash map with a key that exists, you can retrieve the value associated with the key. You can retrieve the value associated with the key. Declaring a hash map is known in the following example: hash map blah 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 blah. Yeah. In the example above, we create a hash map object called my friends. The my friends hash map will store keys of string data types and values of type integer. No, the string object allows you to store multiple characters such as a word in quotations rats. Create a hash map in the main method. So hash map that stores strings and integers. Called restaurant menu. Restaurant. I spelled it wrong. Right? Restaurant menu. And then new hash map. And string integer. Yes, I did. What did I do wrong? Oh. Run. Oh, thank you. Perfect. Now let's fill the hash map with useful data. Add keys and values to a hash map. Like this. So my friends.put. In the example above, we used the put method to add a string key and an associated integer value. So the string key is the text inside double quotes. The integer value is represented by the number. Let's add some food items and prices to the our menu. Use the put method. No. So it's restaurant. I hope I spelled it right. I don't know why I can't spell that. Restaurant.menu.put. Really, I can't type. Again. .put turkey burger. Don't see that here. Turkey burger 13. No. Darn. Restaurant menu. New. What am I thinking? Turk E burger. Finally. Thank you. Man pizza. I'm gonna do the same. Just copy and paste. Thank you. Man pizza. I've never heard of that. Pizza. 11. What did I do? No wonder why. Another key. This time, cranberry. Cranberry kale salad. I wonder if that's good. Run and yeah. What the? To access data in an array list, we specified the index. In order to access a value in a hash map, we specify the key .get zenas. Okay, in the example above, we call the get method on the my friend's hash map using the key zenas. The console will print the value associated with zenas with 21. So get nan pizza, if that's how you pronounce it. Yeah, that's how you pronounce it. I think so. Print line. Restaurant menu dot get. So that's that was the second one. Yeah, just and pizza. Okay, just says 11. We can also access properties of a hash map, such as the number of entries on or the contents of the hash map. Let's access the length and print out the contents of the my friends. So we use the for each loop. In the example above, the size method of Hashmap prints out the size of the my friend's instance. As a result, the console prints out 3 since there are 3 key value pairs. Okay. Next, we use a for each loop to iterate over each key in my friends. The key set method of Hashmap returns a list of keys. Inside the loop, we access the current key name, and use the get method of Hashmap to access the value. The console will print out the names and ages of each of my friends. So yeah, Mark, Cassandra, Zena is okay. Print out the unfinished code. Complete the unfinished code statement on line 12. And print out the size of restaurant menu. Size. Then run, and it should say 3. Uncomment the code between line 3 and complete the loop. And complete the for each loop by typing string item restaurant menu. What happened? I did not do that. Sets. So yeah, run. Thank you. Hey guys, again? Okay, I was on a little break there again. So, great work. What did we learn so far? For loops used to repeatedly run a block of code. For each loop, a concise version of a for loop. Arraylist stores a list of data. Hashmap stores keys and associated values like a dictionary. Inside of the main method and before the for each loop, create an array list called sports that stores strings types. So here it's array list string types. Okay, I have to remember how you do it. List string. Yeah, I think that was how you do it. Oh, right. It was called. I have to give it a name. You have to give a child a name, or else you have to call it no name. Or unnamed. Did you create an array list called sports? Yes, I did. New array string. Array string sports. Yeah. Inside of the main method. Yeah, this is inside the main method. Is it? Oh! Darn it. I thought this was the for each loop. Yeah, let's just do that. Run. Add football to sports. So it's like sports dot add football. Boxing to sports. Sports. Dot add boxing. The first for each loop in the code editor is missing the code that should be run. Inside of the for each loop, type system dot print line sport. Uncomment the incomplete for each loop and complete the parameters. So here it's string city major cities dot key set. And that should do it. We finished Java. 3 skills completed. Yay! 291 points, 38 badges, 10-day streak. So yeah. By the way, if there are some things you should know. They said yeah, there are things they don't teach you. Public means that it's like this method, constructor, class, whatever, is accessible to all classes except it's accessible to all classes. But if it's a class, like if it's a public keyword you're using on a class, then you probably have to do export on another class. Static means this constructor keyword. Yeah, by the way, you can use any of these keywords on variables and stuff in statements. Well, certain statements, that is. Static is accessible to be used in other methods. That's at least what I got taught. Import, like let's say it's like dot hashmap or dot Arraylist, then like import like there are built-in classes or Java classes that you did not create in Java, and then if you import it, it's like extends. It's like adding an extends. Like you inherit or like it's like there's another class in your class. It's like you inherit that Java class. Let's see if there are other things that you don't know. Oh, this. I don't know if I can really explain this. We'll probably learn that later on together. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. By the way, instead of the public class, like that's accessible in other classes, there's a private keyword. Like a public keyword, yeah. Private keyword, it's the total opposite. It's private. It's only accessible in the class, not other classes. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. Please subscribe. Please like. Thank you so much for watching this video, and bye-bye.